welcome back. Okay, so for this update, ton of confidants. We're doing a bunch of confidants. Doing so many confidants you wouldn't even believe it. Let's hang out with Yoshida, because why not? Let's work on that sun confidant. It's not from my speech. I was invited to dinner by Diet Man Matsuhita. I was told to invite you as well. Please let me know if you're free to attend. What do you say? I say, why not? We're going for 100% as far as confidants go, so why not? Let's get as many of these done as possible. At the moment, I haven't had to make multiple saves for P5R because I haven't gotten into any romantic confidants as far as I remember. Which has been very handy for getting through this game because whenever I do a romantic option, it's like, okay, now I gotta do a separate save file, one for the harem route and one for just being completely single. So kind of similar to the P4G option. Little bit. I'm pretty sure whenever I do P3P, whenever that comes out for modern consoles and PC, I'll have to make separate save files because I don't think they let you get that far as dating multiple people in P3 as they do in P4 and P5. In P4 Vanilla, you could get away with it scot-free. P4G saw the end of that shit right quick. Right fucking quick. And I'm sure people are already well aware what happens if you go for a harem route in P5, but I'm not going to say it. But needless to say, harem routes are kind of scummy. They're very scummy. Not into them, really. I'm going for one in this game because, hey, content. Show off all the content to people who don't know about it, or people who just want to see it. I think the Phantom Thieves are really cool, but I don't give a fuck. It's a good cover. Don't implicate yourself. Maybe don't advocate actual thieves if you're running for a political office. People who just, address themselves as thieves, maybe don't support them. I mean, technically you are supporting them, regardless of how aware of that you are, but still. It's a very precarious thing that we're dealing with here. It's very much like Spider-Man, like with Peter Parker. At the very least, well, I haven't read that much Spider-Man recently, but it's always like, oh, Peter has to kind of Peter Parker is the perfect, secret identity for Spider-Man. It's like, oh, Peter Parker, he's a huge dork, and he only takes photos at the Daily Bugle. But somehow he managed to get really fucking high-quality shots of Spider-Man. That kind of makes people raise their eyebrows a little bit, or it should. But still, other than that, it's like, oh, Peter Parker, he can't do jack shit. He does seem a bit more ripped, though. He does seem a little more jacked. Am I the only one noticing that? No? Okay. But with, Joker, it seems like he is the worst about keeping a secret. And that's very ironic, considering Peter Parker has an established personality, and Joker doesn't get one until the anime, or the dancing game. In this and Strikers, his personality is very much dictated by the player. And he's a mute protagonist. He only talks if you make him talk. And yet people figure out his identity all the fucking time. It's very concerning. Speaking of a game that has a mute protagonist, I've been playing Three Hopes, Fire Emblem, recently. And boy howdy, the difference between Shez and Byleth is fucking night and day. Granted, there's a story reason as to why Byleth has no personality. There's a story reason, but still, they don't have a personality. So a lot of bad shit happens just because they can't really openly, voice their opinions. Whereas Shez has a very definitive personality that's not decided by the player. The only thing that the player decides is who they side with. And as a result, kind of spoilers, things turn out a bit better with Shez behind the wheel. That's just my opinion. At least for the, 2 routes I've been playing so far, that being Azure Gleam and Golden Wildfire. Not a huge fan of Scarlet Blaze. Not really. Never been a big Black Eagles fan. Never been a big fan of the Empire. A buddy of mine and I were playing Three Houses, or we were doing a video on Three Houses, and we were like, oh hey, it's the protagonists of Persona 3, 4, and 5, because haha, funny colors. And it's like, oh, but which one is the best Persona? And my buddy was all like, I think we know. To which I responded, yeah, it's 2. But I've already made my opinions clear on how I feel about P3 through 5.
Thank you.
3 has the best story, 4 has the best cast, and 5 has the best gameplay. That's how I view it. The other games have little bits and bobs of what the other one is really good at, but for the most part, yeah. 3 excels in its story, 4 excels in its cast, and 5 excels in its gameplay. 3 and 4 set the building blocks for 5, so, you know, they both have really good gameplay, although 3, for some fucking reason, I've mentioned this before, for some reason, and I have no idea why this was default. You couldn't control your party members in the original PS2 version of Persona 3, or Persona 3 FES. And that does not make any sense to me. They basically just went off of like a general vague idea of how to act. That's why you see all those memes about Mitsuru using Myron Karen.
I shall ask you again,
which I think is... Why? That wasn't even the case in Persona 1 and 2. So it's not like they were like revolutionizing or anything. The SMT series as a whole, like occasionally you have guest characters, but you can have control over your party members. Why was 3 the only one that was like that? And then 4, you know, the default option is not controlling your party members. They're already on like, hey, do your own thing. You have to manually say, no, listen to what I fucking tell you. It is so bizarre. It is so fucking bizarre. It's so bizarre as to why you would intentionally take out the option to control your party members to where you can only control your main protagonist. Although I guess in P3, like, it kind of makes up for it, considering that Makoto Yuki, I know it's 2 Makotos in this Persona series, could use any weapon. Could literally use any weapon, like long swords, great swords, spears, boxing gloves, whips or whatever, or bows. It's been a while since I played P3 vanilla. But yeah, no, I guess that was the way they could compensate for it. It's like, okay, but everybody else just kind of does whatever the fuck they want.
I made it on time. I suppose I'm still safe if you're here.
Hey, Akechi.
I can't be late today, too.
Gee, I wonder why. What's going on? Why is this voiced is my question. You seem busy.
Well, I don't deny it. I have much more work in television because of the Phantom Thieves.
You're welcome. I mean...
Mission from my school, but it's still tough to do both. I can't keep complaining. Well, let's both do our best today.
Uh-huh. When P3P was released, it was, oh, hey, the respective protagonists have their own unique weapon. Like, the male protagonist only has a sword now. No other weapons do they get. They don't get anything else. And the female protagonist gets, like, a naginata. I guess because, hey, we're letting you use the other characters. No other weapons for you. You just get the one weapon now. I don't think there's any other game series that does that. That just doesn't let you control your party members. I'm trying to... well, hang on. Oh, it was that, what was the name of that game? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna just have to look this up. It was the game that had Zale as the main protagonist. What was it called? Last Story. It was Last Story.
How about you?
Okay, the Last Story had something similar to that, where you only had control over Zale. Again, this is a different JRPG. I think this was also done by, like, Monolith or something like that. Hang on, I need to look that up before I just start giving out misinformation. Let's see. It was done by Mistwalker, AQ Interactive, and Xseed Games. Okay, so I don't know why I thought Monolith. For some reason, it made me think of Monolith because I guess it was released alongside Xenoblade and Pandora's Tower. Oh, it was designed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. Okay, cool. Sakaguchi was on top of that. Right. That game was really fun. I hope that it gets like a Switch port at some day. Because last story was pretty dope. I think they also had Nobuo Uematsu doing the music. Let me double check that real quick. I mean, those two tend to go together. But let me double check. Yes, Nobuo Uematsu did do the music. Yeah, last story was really cool. You had a team of other mercenaries alongside Zale, but you couldn't control them. You could give them basic instructions of what to do. Like, basic kind of like, hey, throw a fireball over there. But other than that, no, you didn't get anything. You could just play as Zale. Very bizarre, very bizarre. FF15 was like that for a brief moment before all the DLC dropped, where you couldn't control your party members and you could only do like tag team attacks with them. Guest characters in Final Fantasy games, like you don't have a whole lot of control over them, like all the guest characters in FF12. But that makes sense because they're guests, but if they're full-blown party members, I feel like you should have full control over your team. Because that gives the player more freedom of like, oh hey, I can do this, I can do this, I can have this character do this to exploit this weakness. I've been going on about that for a hot second. Again, I feel like instead of just recapping the story, because I'm already doing that in P5 Vanilla, when there's Persona 5 Royal exclusive stuff, I'll comment on it. But for the most part, I'm just going to be freeballing here.
Hey.
So we're back with Kawakami, and she's feeling good. Feeling good about telling Takase's guardians to fuck off. She's feeling good about it. Boy howdy, this confidant's not done yet. I wonder how well this is going to play out for her. Probably not well. If I had to just take a wild guess. Speaking of more Persona games, we've always had a mascot character of sorts. Like for Persona 1 and 2, it was Trish the fairy that helped out with, say, like, healing you for, like, a certain price. But with P3, it was Koromaru, and Koromaru was great. Koromaru was the best mascot character because he's a dog. Koromaru can't really do anything wrong because he's a dog, and dogs are good. And then with Persona 4, you had Teddy.
What?
Teddy, who at first was like a happy little prankster. Well, just a jovial little character. And then as the series kind of like flanderized a lot of its cast, Teddy just became the weird pervert mascot character who just wanted to ogle girls and, you know, make lewd comments here and there. And then Persona 5 has Morgana, and I've made my opinion very clear on Morgana. Not a huge fan. Performance aside, I think Cassandra Lee Morris does a great job as Morgana. I'm not a huge fan of Morgana. Not really. No. Because, like, Teddy and Yosuke had a bit of a rivalry going on, or Teddy would kind of, like, shit-talk occasionally to Yosuke or to Kanji, but it was never outwardly aggressive. That kind of became more apparent as, you know, with PQ or P4 Arena, you know, whenever, or P4 Dancing, I guess. Everybody just kind of got boiled down to their most basic elements. Chie only likes meat. Kanji likes cute things, but also, girls. I don't know, and Yosuke just became kind of just a huge loser who just lives in a trash can and pokes fun at Kanji for his sexuality. It's pretty fucked up. These characters have really deep, you know, personalities and backstories, and they have a whole swath of emotions and story that goes along with them. But when you're making a fighting game or a dancing game or a crossover game that has a shit ton of characters, you can't really afford to spend too much time on one particular character at a time. You know, people playing the fighting game might not have played the RPG, so it's like, oh, okay, this is the grappler character, this is the boxer character, this is the puppet character, this is the zoning. Well, I guess they're all technically puppet characters with all their personas and stuff like that. But still, right, my point was, Teddy wasn't a huge asshole from the get-go, whereas Morgana kind of is, and constantly shit-talks Ryuji at every given opportunity. Constantly tells Ryuji that he's a fucking idiot. Every chance he gets. Even unprompted. Even when it's unprompted, we'll just constantly shit-talk Ryuji. Are they trying to make a comment that cats are just kind of dicks? Is that the main goal for Persona? Cats are kind of assholes. A dog will never betray you. A dog will never shit talk you. Koromaru can't talk. Would they have made him a piece of shit if he could? If Koromaru was a weird, funny cartoon mascot dog, would he have been a weird pervert? Would he have been an asshole? I don't know. Fortunately, that question does not have to be answered because it didn't happen, because Koromaru is just a dog that can summon a persona and use a knife. I like that about Koromaru. I don't distinctly remember disliking Koromaru. I remember Koromaru being great. Persona 3 already has its asshole party members. It's got 2 of them. It's got 2 big asshole party members right from the fucking get-go. And their names are Yukari and Junpei. Boy, as far as party members are concerned, they are both trash tier. They are both just trash. Which sucks, because Junpei has probably one of my favorite Greek gods as his persona, which is Hermes. Which just makes me sad. It makes me sad that he's such a fucking piece of shit. Get those 2 out of your party as soon as humanly possible. And then slap in Mitsuru and Akihiko and Koromaru, or Ken if you're feeling like that. Pop in Shinji when you can. And then you're good. Oh, or then just throw in Aigis and never take her out of your party because Aigis has unique systems to work with. And also, Aigis may or may not be the main character of that game, actually. Like I said, P4 is the one that has the best cast. In my opinion. I should probably say P4 is probably the cast that has the least amount of assholes. Yosuke might be the biggest asshole out of that group. Maybe Teddy. Yosuke, because I only say that because he is actively just poking fun at Kanji for his sexuality. Just like, as a big funny haha joke, because Kanji may or may not be gay. Oh no, I don't know if I want to hang out with Kanji. Okay, Yosuke. Go in your corner. Go in your trash can. You absolute goon.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, hey, it's Dr. Maruki. And unfortunately, this has already been past news, but it still hurts. Unfortunately, Billy Kometz, the voice actor for Maruki, has passed away, which is way too soon. It was entirely too soon, and it absolutely sucks. It's heartbreaking. Mr. Kometz was a very talented and kind individual, and it's an absolute shame that he's just gone far too soon. Because I enjoy his performance as all the characters. Because, like, for everything I've seen him in, he does amazing. Monkey Kid, Promare, this, Fire Emblem. He's just ace. Just absolute ace. For all the roles I've seen him in, or I've heard him in. And, you know, seeing Maruki hits different now. It hits a little different. Because I do like this character. Maruki was a really good addition to P5R. In comparison to Marie from P4G, Maruki feels like just a better addition in comparison. And the fact that Shujin did not have a therapist beforehand, boy howdy. Shujin's a shithole. They had to special order Marky to come here to, do damage control.
Oh, yes.
The one cookie container would probably tasted better because it's, supply and demand. But I put it as a tie. You're rashless, are you? Unfortunately, the truth is they preferred the isolated single cookie. They're the same cookies, but because it's a limited supply, it tastes better. It shouldn't matter. It's the same cookie. The law of scarcity. It's about what you'd imagine from the name. People are drawn to things that are more scarce. There's a whole company called Limited Run Games that thrives off that. You can see this law in action just by observing how excited people get over limited edition merchandise. Yeah, I want a collector's edition of this game or a limited edition version of that game because it has other stuff in it. It doesn't exactly apply to the cookie thing because the cookies, it's like they're the same cookies. The 1 out of the 10 cookie container tastes the same as the 1 in the 1 cookie container. The only additional taste that you're getting is the one that you've added in your head. With collector's editions and limited editions, there's actual other shit that's in there. There's an OST, there's an art book, there's maybe a little action figure or a statue or something like that. That's what makes them collector's editions. That's what makes them limited editions. Or, at bare minimum, there's a steel book. There is a difference. I get what he means, though. I get it. My senses lie to me. As long as it tastes good. I think that Rin is more practical. It's like, okay, hey, as long as it tastes good, I don't give a shit if it being limited or not. As long as I get some, that's fine. I feel like Marky just said a Kingdom Hearts quote. The heart may falter, may even be unreliable at some times, but deep down I know Kingdom Hearts is light. Oh boy howdy, if I ever do a series on that. I'm not gonna LP Kingdom Hearts. I'll do a stream of it. I will do a stream of Kingdom Hearts. I'm never gonna LP that game. Fuck that. Fuck LPing that series. Holy shit. I'll do a stream of that potentially if people want me to, but oh my goodness. There's always the running joke of like, oh, Kingdom Hearts is so hard to understand. To a degree, yeah, it is, but, it's more of just like, it's less of it being hard to understand and more the story is just really stupid. It's just a really stupid series. I enjoy that stupid series, but it's really stupid. It's just really, really stupid. You can find joy in stuff that's stupid. Metal Wolf Chaos is really fucking stupid, but it's also really cool. I love Metal Wolf Chaos. That game's great. I don't care how fucking stupid it is. It's great. Shut up. You get to play as the President of the United States and a giant robot and just unleash hellfire.
Sorry.
I mean, hey, Marky, it's okay to be passionate about what you love. It's okay to be passionate about what you do. They both kind of look like the same character, like, from this angle. Two shaggy-haired characters with, like, fogged-up glasses. You see, Ren, or Joker, whatever you want to call him, has many foils in this game. There's Maruki, who predominantly wears a white lab coat and is seen very positively, whereas Joker is predominantly wearing black, except for his school outfit, but shush. Or unless he's wearing his little jacket for his school outfit, is seen in black and is more or less an outcast among Shujin, because Shujin's a shithole. And the same goes with Akechi, who is the ace detective, and Joker, who is the phantom thief. Yes, so many parallels. They're both highly different in their methodologies and their reasonings, but also they have a certain similarity to them. P3 had, I feel like, only one foil for the main character. Maybe two. I think two, probably. 4 had one foil. There's always a couple foils in your SMT series because, hey, look, in the end, I realized you were just like me trying to make history, and I made another Metal Gear Rising reference, whatever. I like Maruki. I think Maruki's really cool. I think he's a good character.
All right. Well, see you.
Oh, this is Maruki. Sorry about earlier. It was supposed to be a chance for us to relax, but it ended up being another big academic discussion. It's all good. Honestly, these are all fine. I really don't mind. It was thought-provoking. I'm taking a rather long time to, get these responses out, I'm noticing. You're always so kind. You might be a better counselor than I am. I've always been like this. I get so hyper-focused on my research, I don't notice anything else. Back when I was a student, people kept warning me about that. Oops, there I go rambling again. Sorry. Alright, see you again soon. Besides Kawakami, Maruki's probably the only member of faculty staff that's not a complete and utter jackass. The only nice adults to Joker are the confidants. That's about it. Everybody else is kind of a jackass. Because Joker just has that about him. He has that aura that either draws people in or makes people fucking hate him. Clearly. Let's go talk to Oya. Start up this confidant, because why not? Let's go to a bar and get drunk, potentially. We're gonna hear Kiryu singing Baka Mitai in here. You're here again, boy? Don't blame me if you get eaten alive, okay? I think in the vanilla playthrough, I was going for more of a Dr. Girlfriend voice. Who is the voice actor for Lala? I'm gonna look that up. P5. Because why not? Let's see. Oh, hey! Lala's voiced by Mick Wingert. I should have recognized that. Mick Wingert is a really cool guy. I did quite a few voice acting classes with him. Did some coaching with him. Very nice guy, very nice. Big recommends. Big recommendation.
Now then.
Keep in mind, she's drunk. She's so fucking drunk. Just negotiate with her. Maybe we might be able to get through her sloshed brain. I don't know.
Hey, Lala-chan. Are you sure this isn't just water?
It's brown.
If you're trying to rip me off, I'm gonna reveal all your secrets in a feature article.
I'm gonna dox you.
Oh, it's you!
Please, have a seat.
So, what's up? Got anything new on the Phantom Thieves?
Funny you mention that.
Maybe. You're just falling in love with me,
That'll be for later. That too. Goodness gracious. Mick Wingert is also the voice of Shu Amiguchi from 13 Sentinels, which is a really cool game.
All this way just
Play that game. I'm gonna be doing an LP on it at some point.
My publisher just assigned me to be the beat
It's gonna be a long one.
Thieves. Man, this will really help me out.
I am really bad at my job.
To use this child as a source of information?
Ah, don't be such a killjoy. These kids nowadays know about things we adults don't have access to. Besides, what's most important is that I now have a reliable third-party source for my stories.
As opposed to just using Twitter
So, what do you want from
or
me this
Facebook.
information about someone? Cold hard cash?
Fucking Facebook and all its stupid fucking minion memes. Oh, God, I hate them.
Huh? Lucky me! My very own golden goose just appeared. Now I can take it easy. Maybe I'll take a little vacation with all my free time.
Put on these glasses. It'll be funny.
As if. What do you want? Just tell me. Last time it was info on Kaneshiro, right? The office has been a buzz lately. I think it's Kaneshiro-related.
Probably because you got arrested.
Something's fishy.
The bad guys are bad. Boy, that's a video game line if there ever was one.
Report the Phantom Thieves?
Yeah.
But I see what's going on here. A hardcore Phantom Thieves fanboy. Huh.
No, that's
I'm
Mishima.
not gonna let you use this kid so you could take a vacation.
A vacation? Oh, I was just kidding. I'm conducting a private investigation during my off hours. No one at work knows about it.
Don't tell me you're...
Hey, how about we do this? You supply me with info on the Phantom Thieves, and I'll write articles based on what you tell me about them. You know, the Phantom Thieves who you love oh so much. Deal?
Sounds good. So their leader, Joker, is really fucking cool. I mean,
Deal.
just runs away.
A lot of positive PR for the Phantom Thieves, so be sure to give me some good scoops.
I like the word scoop. What a scoop! You got Moxie, kid. I like that. Well, I gotta go to future prison. Ha ha ha. Funny joke that I've said since for fucking years. Future prison. I don't even know why I came up with that joke. Pretty soon it won't be future prison anymore. Pretty soon it'll just be regular prison.
Skyrocketed after a certain point. It's unnatural how much your actions were publicized.
Unnatural, huh?
Did you have an inside man in the media?
We took
Someone who
down,
could
like, the
manipulate
mafia.
information for you?
Or at least one guy from the mafia or something like
What
that.
do you have to say to that?
We took down, like, a super popular artist and a sexually harassing teacher.
Thou art I.
How is that unnatural to get publication about that? To get any form of news about that? It's not.
Come the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the devil persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that
Oh
shall lead
boy,
to
get to
freedom.
hang out with the devil. Get to hang out with the devil. Throwing up the horns. Rumor-filled scoop.
All right.
You get to hang out with Oya and work on the devil arcana. Le Diable. In comparison to the previous devil arcanas,
Don't tell anyone about this, okay?
about the same.
I don't want people to know that my source is a high schooler.
I'm feeling about the same.
Okay, Lala-chan. Time to celebrate our agreement. Bring
The-
out my bottle. And 2 glasses, please.
Both for me.
Come on, please. Whoa. Her silence is golden.
Staring at you.
Fine. I won't make the high schooler drink. Oh. I could use the bathroom.
Buh.
She's gonna be in there for a while. You should go home.
Was able to pique Oya's interest. And I got a confidant going. Oh boy, my charm is so good. My charm is so big and good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway.
You take care now.
Alright, you be careful on your way home. Don't stick around Shinjuku too long after dark, honey. We got a lot of shady types coming out the woodwork.
Boy, howdy, is that a fucking understatement. So many. There's so many creepazoids and shady folks out here in Shinjuku. Why did Joker's parents send him here of all places? Like, hey, our son, did a big heroism thing. Fuck him, by the way. Let's just send him to the city, where he can get mugged and stabbed because we fucking hate our son. Fuck him. It's very like a Heihachi Mishima mindset. Lions throw their cubs off of cliffs and only raise the ones that are strong enough to climb back up. So we'll do the same for you, Ren Amamiya. Throw you to the wolves in the city. Because you so dared to try to help someone from being sexually assaulted. Fuck you. What a thing to be grilled over for.
Come again.
Oh hey, Makoto wants to hang out. P5's Makoto, not P3's Makoto. I identified the student from the red light district. She's a third year Eiko Takao. Thinking about speaking with her directly about this. Can you sit in on this too? The thing is, right, like I could beat this game in no time at all with New Game Plus stuff. When I played P5R just natural, after I'd been playing P5 vanilla for the longest time, I could basically just skip all the story stuff I had already seen. Just fast forward through that. Cut through a lot of the cutscenes and whatnot. When it's just straight up gameplay, I think I beat the game in like a few days, honestly. Usually RPGs take you a while, or at least they take me a while. Because I like to grind and I like to take in the story, and try to go for all the hidden collectibles and stuff like that.
Excuse me.
Or at least get all the ultimate gear. But with P5, it's like, okay, here's all the old stuff I'm fucking been playing 5 times in a row already. I don't need to see this. Let's just fast forward. Oh, new stuff. Cool. Especially when you have DLC personas like Izanagi no Okami. Okami? They say an Okami in this game, so whatever. But yeah, that just fucking destroys bosses because it's way too powerful for you to have like right off the bat. But they do it anyway. I wonder if P6 is going to do the exact same thing. No, probably not. P6 is probably going to be like, they're going to have P6 vanilla. And then later on down the line, I give it like 6 months to a year when they release P6 Grand or P6 Extra Large or some crap like that. And they just make an extended version. And that's when they're going to throw in all the cameo personas from the previous games or throw in some other kind of stuff in there. And then that's when you're going to get the super busted personas that just destroy the shit out of everything. In comparison to the Priestess Arcanas from the previous Persona games, honestly, I think Makoto is probably my favorite. Now maybe that's just because, hey, I like Makoto. I like her fighting style, I like her outfits, I like her personality, even though her personality is just, hey, I'm the honor student. But do I have a secret hidden side because I like Yakuza movies and I like punching stuff? Whereas compared to, say, Fuka, who is just the typical honor student, or the typical quiet, shy girl, and Yukiko has little to no personality at all. It's, I run an inn, I help my mom with the inn, and also I think Groucho Marx glasses are the most hilarious things in the fucking world. But with Makoto, at least she has something to work with. At least it's just like, hey, I enjoy punching stuff. I think motorcycles are dope. I think the Yakuza series is fucking rad. And I've got this fixation on this one particular type of merchandise. These little panda stuff. I don't know. I like Makoto. I think she's fun.
Yes. Well,
Buchimaru-kun. Panda-kun. Everybody likes pandas. Pandas, the creatures that have no sense of self-preservation and will not, and are desperately trying to die. The fact that they made a fighting game character out of a panda is quite frankly shocking. Although I guess a panda is still a bear. And regardless of whether it's a nice cute bear, it's still a bear. There was a video of some dumbass jumping into a panda enclosure and trying to cuddle up next to it or trying to mess with it because it's like, oh hey, it's a panda, it's like a big teddy bear. And then you learn very quickly, oh fuck, it's a bear. It's an actual fucking bear and I'm in trouble. This was a bad idea. This was really stupid. Why did I jump into a panda enclosure? Why? Oh, now my arm is just, now the flesh from my arm is being rended from my body. Why? Dear God, why? Why would this happen? Why to me? What have I ever done to deserve this? And it's like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you ever mess with a panda? Why would you mess with any form of wild animal that could potentially rip off your flesh? That could just eat your face off? Even domestic dogs can just fuck you up if they want to. You know, if you're an asshole or you're messing with them. Also, a panda is like... What's the average weight of a panda? I'm gonna look that up. What is the average weight? So I'm not just pulling out random numbers. I at least like to be a little consistent. I'd be a little educational here and there. Okay, panda. What's their weight? The average panda. Okay. The average giant panda, the average female adult giant panda goes from anywhere from 150 to 280 pounds. Okay, that's not super heavy in comparison to other bears. It's still pretty heavy. But it's not super heavy. A polar bear is 990 pounds, give or take. A grizzly bear is over 600. How heavy is a fully grown panda? Yeah, 220 pounds. 220 to like 280. Okay. That's still a lot of weight. That's still also some big claws and big teeth. They're cute. Don't get me wrong, pandas are cute. Pandas are fun. Little baby pandas are adorable. But they're still bears. They are still bears, you absolute moron. Also, have you never seen Kung Fu Panda? They know Kung Fu. They can slap your shit in. If so prompted.
Well?
Black belt talk? I don't think that's what it was called in P5 Vanilla.
All right.
I don't think that's what it was called. Pretty sure it was called something different, but now it's black belt talk. I do like that Makoto's confidant. I think I mentioned this in the previous update, and I think I was incorrect because it's you know, these updates have been far and few in between, and I'm trying to work on them to get them more out frequently to varying degrees of success. But I was under the assumption, I was like, oh right, Makoto is just another Mitsuru type, where she's a girl who hasn't really interacted with a lot of people her own age. She hasn't really done a whole lot of regular student things. Regular high school student things. She's more like, I'm more focused on my grades. I'm more focused on my sister's work. I'm more focused on trying to get into a good college and doing this. I have no time for any frivolity. None. But no, in this case, it's no longer that. That was just the first, that was the first or second interaction with Makoto. And now it's like, oh, let's talk with Eiko. But in the same way, I guess it is like, oh, hey, now she's able to hang out with someone her own age and, you know, do regular stuff that a high school girl would do. So it's still kind of there. But with Persona Confidants, they always go super hard and heavy. They always go so heavy. Toward the end, it's just like, okay, whoa. Now there's big problems going on here. What was the most low-stakes confidant? Like the most low-stakes, as far as emotional, physical, and mental. I'm trying to think. What would it have been? I don't remember the confidant, or I don't remember the social links from P3 super well. But I'm pretty sure most of the party members had some heavy bullshit come up with them. P3's magician social link was pretty low stakes because it's just a guy who wanted to date his teacher, and he's really stupid because, oh hey, of course she's already has someone in her life, but he just doesn't get that. That one's pretty low stakes. I want to say that Kanji's is pretty low stakes because it's just him helping out a child and trying to basically get over his huge punk aesthetic that he's going for. I'm trying to think, is there any other low stakes ones that aren't like super heavy emotionally, physically, or whatever? I'm trying to think. Nanako's is a whole big fucking can of worms. So is Dojima's.
Greetings.
When I say emotional or physical or mental, usually like some physical antagonist pops up. Or some tragic event happens, or something big happens, or there's like someone crying or whatever. I feel like it's either P3's magician or it's Kanji. Off the top of my head. Maybe there's some other ones that pop up here and there. The sun from P3 is boy, that one ends on a depressing note. So hey, let's talk to this scam artist who's an obvious scam artist because she's a scam artist because hey, fortune telling is a scam. I use tarot cards for tell the future. That's what I do. Oh, hey, I've had tarot cards done for me too. We're gonna just get a reading on your life because fortune telling is super legit, and no, there's nothing sketchy about doing back alley fortune telling. Not even a little bit. Believe everything that I tell you. Is there a reason why her headband and her clothes are black? Did my recording fuck up? Because she's obviously wearing blue, right? Am I wrong? That doesn't look right? Did my recording fuck up?
Here it is.
Hang on, I need to check this out. Because her model and her little portrait do not match. I'm going to look this up. I'm just now noticing this. I don't think my recording fucked up. I've got a very expensive capture card that should be recording this in high quality. It should not be. Okay, wait. No, it looks black. No, yeah, her headband looks black on this other website I'm looking at on the wiki. And if I'm looking at her model real close, I don't know.
Yes.
I guess it does look black, but for some reason I just see it as like kind of like a dark blue or a dark purple. In the anime, it looks like it's blue. I don't know, that just kind of bugs me now for some reason. Like she has a big black sensor bar over her head. And your current path will lead to your death. You're gonna die. The only time a fortune teller has been, again, in anime and video games, fortune telling is 100% accurate. 100%. Unless you're that one fucking loser from Danganronpa. But in video games or in anime, like in JoJo, you know, the fortune telling character in JoJo is 100% accurate because they basically spoil what happens later on in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. Like in part 3, they spoil what happens in like later arcs of the show. But that makes sense for games like the Persona series or for fucking, you know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because they heavily they're heavily, you know, related to the tarot. Oh, and here comes the hook. Here's the swindle. Here's the big hustle. I have a stone that'll give you joy. And you need to recharge with moonlight every 3 days. Fuck you and the horse you rode it on. Needs to be charged with moonlight. Only at 100,000 yen. Boy howdy, what a steal. Hang on. I've looked this up before on the vanilla playthrough. That's $736 US. And she hesitates when she says it's legitimate. 736 bucks for a stone? That better be a fucking materia if it's a stone like that. That better be a very damn good stone. You are trying to swindle me. You are trying to hustle me. And unfortunately, certain things lead to... We're gonna go buy that stone. We gotta go buy that stone.
You're back.
Oh.
Chief seems strangely happy. I wonder what's going on. It's almost as if something that's gonna, like, prove that the fortune telling isn't bullshit's gonna happen. How's your pocket money situation looking? Pretty good, actually. I got shit tons of it. It's falling out of my pockets. I got so much. 5,000 yen? That's like 95,000 yen away from getting that stone. Don't be snooty. How much did you win? Don't worry about the details. Yeah, maybe don't ask how much the guy won. That's not your business. Nope, 5,000 yen's great. I don't know conversion rate worth a shit.
The rest is on you.
Let's see. How much did he just give us?
Hey,
How much did he just give us? 36 bucks, approximately. 36 bucks, I'll take that. I'll buy you some lunch, dessert, that'll buy you a snack, I could buy you a DVD. I don't know, maybe not all that together, but, well, it depends on where you buy your food. Get yourself a nice cheap meal, get yourself a movie or something like that. You know, maybe get yourself a little dessert for afterwards or some popcorn, I don't know. Treat yourself. Make an afternoon of it. That's not gonna get you an average video game, because those things are just fucking going up in price, but hey, you know, it gets you some stuff.
no.
100,000 yen for a holy stone. Yeah, how much is that to what we have right now? Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. We still have tons of fucking cash. That's no issue. We're not in any danger of going broke. No problems. No problems. I feel like Ren should go talk to Igor or, you know, the twins about this. Hey, how accurate is this stone? Is this fortune teller for real? Or is she pulling my leg here or what? And they'd be like, fortune telling is real. Go buy that thing. Because of course they would. They wouldn't know regular human scams. They have no concept for that. Only the machinations of what lies inside the human psyche. That's what they're privy to. High Horse and Nouveau Riche. Both originated as shogi terms. A lot of people aren't familiar with shogi, but it's good to know a little bit about it. A little bit about Japanese chess. There's a whole anime based on it. Is it shogi? No, I think it's Go, actually. There must be a show about shogi. What do you think it says on the back of this piece? Gold. I love gold!
Exactly.
The Lance and Silver General also had the kanji for gold on the back. By the way, it said that the toe on the back of the pawn piece is cursive form of gold. Oh, so much gold. Lance, Silver, Knight. If they didn't do an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Involving shogi, I mean Season 0 stuff, before they started using card games and all that stuff. And then Yugi pulls out the fucking shogi piece and then just, I don't know, turns the bad guy of the week into a shogi piece and then just, I don't know, checks him or something like that, or just chucks it in a bin. I don't know. I'm so smart. Oh, my brain is so big. I have to wear expensive clothes because of a desire to be acknowledged. That's called peacocking. After you're taking care of your basic needs, everybody wants to be noticed. Everyone wants senpai to notice them, except for certain people who do not want anybody to notice them. Oh, hey! Yoshizawa wants to hang out. I got permission to practice in the school gym. Thinking we could do some training. Does that sound okay? I don't know why I'm using this voice for Yoshizawa. She's a pretty cool character. Kasumi's a pretty cool character. I like her. Laura Post is a good voice actress. I still don't know why I'm using this particular voice for Kasumi. Kasumi isn't responding. She left me on red. Sorry, my phone's been acting up. Oh no. My phone's been acting up while I've been doing these sick-ass kickflips. I'm just doing random parkour. Excuse me, senpai. Yeah! It's called free running, senpai. I'm gonna go run off buildings and jump from building to building like fucking Spider-Man. Spider-Man with his giant robot Leopardon. That's a thing. And it's so fucking cool.
Senpai?
Sorry I called you here so suddenly. I have to get all my girl voices just sorted out, because I can't do, oh, goodness. Since our talk, I've been trying to think of things besides gymnastics that I'm really invested in. There's so many girls, and I can't voice them all. I can't give, like, a distinctive voiceover for all of them. Figured something out. It's this! Making bento?
Yes.
I can cook! You really need to regulate your diet in gymnastics. I've been making my own food a lot. And so, since I wanted to thank you, I made you a bento.
So anyway.
Actually, my first time cooking for someone else besides my family. I figured this would definitely help get my confidence back. By cooking. I mean, specifically with your body type in mind and knowing how much you exercise. Do you want it? Hell yeah. Free food from a friend is always good. Chicken and eggs help with fatigue. And beans in there too, and it's on brown rice. Not a huge fan of rice myself. In certain circumstances, I like it. Weight control is important for gymnasts. We also need to make sure we get energy and stamina too. So high protein, low fat is usually what we go for. You also need iron to maintain stamina and vitamin B for energy. So I just threw a bunch of shit in there. Eat it all. Wait, I'm getting all focused on the gymnastics part again. Ah, no. Anyway, shove it in your face hole and slam it.
This looks good.
Damn! What is that? Is that all for you? Of course, I need every last grain of rice. Why do you look so skeptical, Amamiya-senpai? I guess it might look like a lot, but this is actually a little less than my usual. Don't worry, I've done my math on the calories. I'll burn all of this off at practice. All of it. I have a fusion reactor for a stomach. I can burn this shit off in 30 seconds. I'm like the fucking Flash. Don't test me! This is... It's a familiar flavor, but it doesn't match the food. I keep trying different parts, but it all tastes like the same thing. Is it a good same thing? Something very familiar. You okay? Your eyes are glazing over. It's definitely unique. You think so? I don't think it's that weird for an athlete. Heavy seasoning would probably be bad for you, so I went easy on it. Was it too light? Excuse me. Yeah, that's the flavor I was going for. I was trying to decide how to season these. What flavor is it? I figured everyone likes curry, right? Oh, it's curry flavored. So I decided to go for maximum curry flavoring. Sorry, were you not a fan of that flavor? Or wait, maybe you prefer the super spicy ones. Is there a third option? Not exactly. Don't be rude, Ren.
I'm so sorry.
No, she worked hard on that. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Kasumi worked hard on that. And she was kind enough to give you food. Don't be an asshole. She worked really hard on that. Calm down, it's okay. No, come on, man. I'm enjoying this. Don't be an asshole, Ren. They always try to go for the joke in like these games of like, oh, haha, cute girl can't cook. Everything she makes is just garbage. It's real fucking funny. It's real fucking funny. Sometimes, like, again, I keep saying it, I like SMT. I like the Persona series. But boy howdy, do they just throw the same jokes at you sometimes. Boy howdy, do they just keep throwing the same exact jokes at you over and over again. It's bizarre. You can get some new material for jokes if you'd like. Feel free to deviate from the ones you've used before. No one will begrudge you. It's okay. I get in comparison to some of the other SMT games, the Persona series is more slice of life. But still, you can do other different types of slice of life animes. It doesn't always have to be, you know, Lucky Star. You can go for some other stuff. Cromartie High can be a slice of life anime if you really think about it. And honestly, if you consider that, it's my favorite slice of life anime. Cromartie's awesome. I don't know why that came up all of a sudden, but hey, I like Cromartie, it's fun. Check it out. In other SMT games like Nocturne, it's not so much like, oh, ha ha ha, she can't cook even though she's attractive. It's, oh my god, it's the demon's biting off my fucking arm! Ah! And just screaming, you know, screaming your damn lungs out. Jeez. Speaking of other games, as of the moment of this recording, the Klonoa series, the Fantasy Reveries series, or whatever it's called, the Klonoa ports. The Klonoa ports to main console games, the remasters, the remakes, or whatever you want to call it. That's coming out this week. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I am so hyped for that. Oh man. It's so good. I am so looking forward to that. Oh man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to play those again. I only played Klonoa 2 a little bit when I was a kid. And it didn't grab me then, but since I played, you know, Klonoa for the Wii, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. And I sincerely hope no one sleeps on this series. Not again. Come on, it's good. Chances are, I'll be doing a Let's Play on that series, as well as maybe streaming it. I don't know. Maybe both. I'll probably do both. Yeah, I'm gonna do both, because why not? Fuck it. I'm saying it right here. Gives me something to do after I finish streaming Shovel Knight, which I'm streaming on Twitch, by the way.
All right.
But yeah, no. That'll give me a chance to basically redo a previous Let's Play that I did, with better commentary, ideally, and, you know, better audio quality, and better video quality, and better intros and outros. Because hot diggity, if that makes my old Klonoa playthrough essentially just pointless, even more than it already is, and just, you know, makes it redundant, awesome. Awesome. I'll be able to do both series, and I'll be able to do a proper commentary version and a no commentary version. Because I like Klonoa. Klonoa is neat. Now we just need hopefully this game does really, really well. Like the first two games do really, really well. So we get more remasters and remakes or more sequels. That'd be great. So we can hang out with Gunts. Remember Gunts? Gunts is cool. Or is it Gantz? No, that's that anime. That's that anime with the naughty scenes. Now we just need a remastering or a remake or a sequel to Knights. And then I'll be a happy camper. Well, you know what? While I'm being optimistic, let's get Skies of Arcadia. Come on, let's get a remaster, a port of that. Let's get something on that. Come on, either a Switch port or a remaster or something like that. Come on. Come on, Sega. Come on, Sega. I know you want to. You know you need to. I know you got Sonic Frontiers on the front end, and you got the SMT series as your RPG, but you can throw another one on there. Sure, you got SMT and you got Yakuza, but you can throw another one on there. We won't mind. We won't mind. I want to see a lot of RPGs, a lot of JRPGs coming back in full force. Like, I want to see Wild Arms come back. Because so far, the only ones that we have on PSN is Wild Arms 1, which was a recent addition, and Wild Arms 3. No Wild Arms 2, 4, or 5. Well, I guess 2 was on, for the PlayStation Network for, like, the PSP. But I mean, like, major stuff. I want to have sequels for Wild Arms, because I've been playing Wild Arms 3 and Wild Arms 1. Those are really fun games that I slept on. Those are really fun. I enjoy them. I like the aesthetic. It's the closest that we're going to get to a fucking Trigun video game. That's the closest we're going to get. In fact, one of the main characters from Wild Arms 3 is essentially a green-haired Vash. He looks like a green-haired Vash. Speaking of which, that new Trigun anime got announced. I sincerely hope Johnny Young Bosch comes back to voice Vash, although it seems like that's not going to be the case. But also, I'm not a huge fan of Vash's new design. I'm not a huge fan. I believe someone on Twitter made the joke of like, oh, it's like Guilty Gear XX. It's like Guilty Gear XX to Guilty Gear Strive, with Kai. And I agree with that. Like, my boy Soul Bad Guy looks fine regardless. He's fine. Kai, however, I feel like his earlier designs looked pretty cool. His design in Strive, it's not my favorite. Classic Vash the Stampede looks really fucking dope. Iconic red jacket and glasses and hairstyle and his big fucking gun. New Vash? Yeah, not a huge fan. Not really. Vash just kind of looks a little, I don't know. Like, I know Vash is a soft boy. I know Vash is a nice good guy who doesn't seem like he's super, super intimidating. But his design's really fucking cool. Maybe keep that. I don't know. I'm happy that some of the animes and shows that I enjoyed greatly are getting sequels and reboots or whatever. Tiger and Bunny Season 2 is a thing, and I'm so fucking happy about that. I love that series got a second season. Hell yes. Panty and Stocking is getting a second season. Awesome. Or maybe not a second season, maybe it's just something, more Panty and Stocking related stuff. Awesome. Trigun's coming back. Awesome. Fantastic. Are we gonna get more Outlaw Star? I don't know. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I'm just getting hyped up over a bunch of stuff. RPGs there's a lot of cool RPGs coming out. Live Alive, a game I never thought would see stateside, is getting a really good looking Octopath Traveler remastering over to the States. Okay, I'm into it. Xenoblade 3 is a thing that's happening. That one looks pretty sick. Fusing party members to become giant robots or whatever the fuck kaiju-looking motherfuckers they are in Xenoblade 3. That looks pretty dope. FF16, hopefully that doesn't suck. Final Fantasy Remake, Rebirth, or whatever the shit it is coming next winter or next year or something like that. Okay, cool. Again, that's more of a fan fiction than an actual remake. I don't know why they call it a remake. I guess technically in a way it's like a remake. I don't know. Crisis Core is getting a remake or a remastering. I hope it's just a remastering that confused the absolute shit out of me. Is it a remastering for the new Final Fantasy VII Remake, or is it a remastering of the old FF7. Because you're going to have the new voice actors, but for the previous timeline, like you don't have Rick Gomez and Steve Burton. You're going to have apparently like the same voice actors from the remake, but for the remaster of the old thing. Or is it going to be like a rematch? Oh, Square, why do you do this to my brain? Ugh, my goodness. Ugh. That just really... hopefully it's still fun. I remember I remember Crisis Core being the best part of that FF7 compilation. I played Dirge of Cerberus. Dirge of Cerberus is not good. I remember saying, like, at the end of my LP of that game, I was like, it's not as bad as I remember it. It's not that bad. I'm pretty sure the underlying point is I'm a fucking idiot if I legitimately meant it's not a bad game, that means it's good. No, it might not have been as bad as I remembered it. It's still a bad fucking game. It's still terrible. Don't play Dirge of Cerberus. It's not good. Unless you enjoy the story of Vincent getting dunked on every 5 fucking minutes. The cutscenes are okay. The scene where Vincent impales somebody with a fucking minigun. That's pretty dope. I enjoy that. That's pretty cool. But as far as, like, actual gameplay, no. You know, Soul Hackers 2 is coming out the next month, so that's pretty fucking dope. And of course, they had to throw in the P5 costumes in, because why wouldn't it? It's a game made by Sega. Why wouldn't the Persona 5 cast costumes be in there for... Ugh. How many crossovers with Persona 5 have been in video games? I need to look this up. I feel like I've already tackled this in a previous update, but it's... Even as someone who likes Persona 5... and who's actually played Persona 5, boy, the sheer amount of crossovers is getting just really, Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, Final Fantasy, that mobile game, had fucking Joker and Queen pop up in that Visions of Brave Exvius or whatever the shit it's called. Oh, Persona 3 got mentioned in the Stanley Parable. That one wasn't as overt. There's a game called Hold'em that has a special collaboration with Persona 5 Royal. Super Monkey Ball had Morgana as a playable character. Dragalia Lost had multiple characters like Joker, An, and Morgana pop up as playable characters. AFK Arena has Joker and Queen as playable characters. Star Ocean has playable characters from Persona 5. Identity 5 has all the P5 cast. Ugh. Smash Bros has Joker as a playable character. That's a big one. Let's see. Apparently Puyo Puyo had a Persona Q crossover with it. Blaze Blue Cross Battle has Persona 4 characters. That's not P5, okay? Sonic Forces had that fucking one Joker outfit. Dragon's Dogma Online had P5 costumes. Fire Emblem, Tokyo Mirage Sessions had Joker as a costume. Catherine has an entire damn, like, side game where you play as Joker, as DLC. Oh my goodness. And now we got Soul Hackers 2, which has costumes of the main cast again. So we got Panther, we got Skull, we got Joker, and we got another character that pops up as a crossover costume. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. I'm just saying, if you have too much of one particular property, yeah, there are going to be people who enjoy it. Like, the fans are going to enjoy it. But even after a while, fans are going to be like, okay, really? Really? I get P5 is the big one at the moment. It used to be P4 until P4 got milked to death. But, you know, now it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, can we not see Joker's costume for once? Throw in a different SMT game. Throw in a different one. Why not throw in costumes from Soul Hackers 1? Hang on. Again, it's been a while since I played Soul Hackers 1. Let me see what I'm pretty sure the costumes are definitive enough, or like iconic enough, to be able to throw those in. Like having Nemesis, you know, spy suit, or whatever you want to call it. You know? Have Spooky, the one, your leader character's outfit pop up.
Thank you.
Have the cool guy, whatever his name is, with the green jacket and the headpiece. What's his name? What's his canon name? I don't think they give him one. Let's see. Does he have a canon name? Keiji Minagishi, Nightmare of the Butterfly, or Cage, Arata Tsukamoto, I'm probably butchering the hell out of these, Kenichi Seno, and Sanagi. These are all names from like audio dramas and crap like that. But yeah, his outfit looks pretty dope. He's got like a green jacket, got sunglasses, he's got, cream colored pants. That's iconic enough. He's got a little bandage above his eyebrow. Oh wait, hang on. Never mind. They did that. They already did that. They have a character who has exactly that outfit. Never mind. I'll shut up. Did they do Nemesis' outfit for Soul Hackers 2? I'm gonna look this up. Yes, they do. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. I just looked it up. Sure enough, the two main characters have outfits from both the previous protagonists. The two main characters had Nemesis' outfit and the main protagonist from Soul Hackers 1's outfit. They both have them. Cool. I'll shut the fuck up now. They've already just told me, yeah, we already have those. Oh, wow. Mitsuru has a Nemesis costume for the dancing game? Very nice. That's pretty cool. Before I make a larger ass of myself, because I'll leave that in, just to show that I was wrong on stream. Let's see. Do they have any other outfits that they did? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So they do have outfits for everybody from all the previous Soul Hacker characters, like Spooky as well. Okay, cool. That's cool. Maybe I was just so distracted by the P5 cast outfits that it just got me. That's me. That's on me. That's on me. Although I'm looking at their weapons. Okay, yo, one of the main characters for Soul Hackers 2 has a pair of sai. That's fucking rad. And one of the characters has a Tommy gun. Cool. Yeah, and the Soul Hackers 1 costumes that I'm looking at them on the wiki, they look real nice. They look real cool. I like that. Good. My complaints were instantly already just taken care of before I even, as I said them. They were already taken care of, and I just didn't notice. I'm so stupid. But it's okay. It's okay. I guess in comparison to the other Persona games, P5 is the one that has the most dynamic outfits. Because everybody else just has, school uniforms. And that's it. P5 has a whole transformation sequence. That's why those costumes are always in. It's just there are other SMT games. Even P5 understands that. There's Raido Kuzunoha. There's the other Persona games where you could just put on those uniforms. With the Gekkokan High or the Yasogami or the Shujin outfits. That's fine too. Let's see. There's Devil Survivor. You could get some of those outfits on. Those are pretty distinctive. At least the main characters are pretty distinctive, like the main protagonist of Devil Survivor 2, with the little bunny-eared hood. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure, one of the characters, whose name I'm forgetting, he was voiced by Kyle Abear in Devil Survivor 1. He has a huge cloak that just has, code on it. That's pretty cool. I don't know. These are just thoughts I had. Or just have Sega-based costumes, because why not? You're all on the same team. Sega and Atlas are on the same side now. They're both the same. They're both the same at this point. So throw in a Yakuza costume here or there. Throw in a Virtua Fighter costume. Throw in a Skies of Arcadia costume, Valkyrie Chronicles, or whatever. Throw in a Super Monkey Ball costume, because why not? Who even gives a shit? Just throw in whatever. It doesn't matter. Or does it? I'm sure there's a whole bunch of dialogue that needs to be exchanged. There's people that just needed, you need to get approval from one particular company about this. But it's your SMT. SMT is a big money maker. I sincerely hope for the PS5 port of P5R that they incorporate some of the costumes from Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. I hope they do that for all these new ports on modern consoles. I doubt they will. I sincerely doubt they will. But it'd be so cool to have the Yakuza costumes in P5R. That'd be nice. Or to have, Morgana's little Sonic the Hedgehog costume. That'd be cool. Throw in the fucking Virtua Fighter costumes for P3 Portable. Why not? Pretty sure Virtua Fighter just had, a whole big costume change. They had a whole costume collaboration with Tekken. This year has a bunch of cool stuff that's coming out. I've been playing some Monster Hunter in my downtime whenever I'm not streaming or whenever I'm not recording voiceover stuff or, LP stuff. Monster Hunter's been pretty fun. I've been trying to get back into World and playing Rise at the same time. Hopefully, the skill level transfers between those two. DNF Duel's been pretty fun. I've been trying to keep up with Strive so that whenever the new characters are announced, I'm at least, competent and not just, garbage.
Hey.
I haven't touched Cuphead. I know that whole DLC thing came out, but I haven't messed with it.
For real?
I know Cuphead's a really good game, but I just haven't touched it. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Good job, idiot. You bought salt. Good job. Good job, moron. You bought a salt crystal. Oh, I've been playing Three Hopes. Three Hopes is pretty fun. It's a Muso game, but it's a fun Muso game. I enjoy it. But yeah, no, there's tons of really cool video games. So they'll keep you busy, especially RPGs. Boy howdy, I hope you guys have a lot of time to invest. That's probably why they do some of those DLCs where it's like, hey, help you save time by giving you free level ups. Persona 5, I don't think ever did that. Well, they don't have to because they gave you the DLC personas that can just one-shot everything. Honestly, I'm trying to think which is better. Is it, hey, do you just want to fight really weak enemies that give you instant level ups? Like in the Trail series, because you can do that. Or you can have a really busted persona, like in the Persona series, that'll just take a lot of SP to do one move, but you have Victory Cry, so it doesn't matter. Or take a lot of HP. Again, doesn't matter because you have Victory Cry, so whatever. Which would you prefer? Probably the high-powered persona, honestly. Because Trails can just nickel and dime you all day for extra level ups. Or you could just mod your game so you can just level up at your leisure if you're too lazy or you're too just okay, I don't want to level up anymore. I'm just going to mod my game. That way I have all the XP I need. I'm at post-game. I don't want to grind for 50 hours. Let's just fucking skip that so I can move on to something else. It varies. It varies for me on grinding. If the grinding is quick and it's just fun, with Persona 5, there's a real toward the end of P5R, you get some abilities that just let you essentially grind super fast and easy, and it's not super intrusive. Because it just kind of does it for you automatically. All you have to do is just kind of ride around for a little bit. Or fight a super boss, and then you get a bunch of XP that way. With other games where it's Dragon's Crown. That's a weird example, but let's go with Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown, which involves you having to just run through dungeons over and over again, and you'll get one level. But, doing that requires at least maybe 10 minutes to get through a stage. Whereas for grinding, the idea is to do something very repetitive, but very quickly. That's why people try to find exploits. They try to find certain enemies that give out a lot of XP, or a lot of money. Ideally, you don't have to grind, but sometimes grinding is part of the process. Wild Arms 3, from when I've been playing that, handles grinding in a very unique way. Sure, you can go find some really high-powered enemies and just find a nice little way to deal with them, but for the most part, basic mobs, like random encounters, don't give you a ton of XP, or don't give you a lot of money, both of which are very valuable resources. Usually, it's the bosses that give you a lot of XP or a lot of money, and you have items that guarantee you to have even more XP or more money from those enemies, and you save those for the bosses. So it's kind of a game that discourages you from grinding until you fight the proper enemies that give you an absolute shit ton of XP because you found a way to exploit them. It all varies from RPG to RPG. How a game handles its grinding process will determine okay, do I really give a fuck about getting up to level 99? The SMT series is pretty fun in the way it handles its grinding. Like P5, I feel like it handled its grinding pretty well. Because, spoiler alert, the Reaper pops up in this game, and if you manage to beat him, you get a ton of XP. And the way that you do that in P5 is by exploiting a certain thing. You can't do that in P5R, but it doesn't matter because you have DLC personas that can just fucking destroy him instantly. Leveling up is very cathartic. It feels very good to level up. It feels so good. Getting new abilities and new moves or being able to equip new stuff, that always feels really good. I haven't played a whole ton of MMORPGs. I played a little bit. I played some of FF14. I've, I've been getting in there whenever I have time or whenever I feel like it. I'll just boot it up and play a little bit of my Dark Knight. You know, it's pretty fun, pretty cool. But yeah, no, people will just grind for ages on MMORPGs because that's part of the fun, because they also have a bunch of other stuff to do, like forging materials or, you know, making houses or all that other stuff. I'm obviously a huge noob when it comes to FF14. I understand this. I acknowledge that. But, you know, for people who are too lazy or who just want to play with their friends or just get into it right away, that's why it's like, hey, for like $20, you can get up to level 80 or whatever. And you can just jump over to the part of the story campaign so you can go play with your friends who've been playing this way longer than you. There's different ways to handle grinding. Or, again, if you just go into the modding scene, like with PC games, or if you get a modded save for your PlayStation or whatever, because I've seen those pop up on YouTube, you can just say, hey, I don't really want to grind for 50 hours. I really want to have my power fantasy right now. Some people are like that. People play games different ways. You can do that. Or you can just be lame and just go with God mode. I don't mind being over leveled to fuck if, you know, there are enemies that are able to kind of like still give you a challenge. Or maybe you just want to have a power fantasy and you just want to crush everything. Because it's like, even when I have, like in Monster Hunter, even when I have high tier gear that's really good, like gear that has a ton of attack power and defense, even going against a different kind of monster, like a monster I've already dealt with multiple times, and I have gear that surpasses it. If the monster still gives me a good challenge, that's fine. I don't see an issue with that. The monster is still kicking my ass if I'm being, you know, shit at it. Doesn't matter how good my gear is. The monster's still there to say like, hey, you gotta work for this. You gotta earn it. Brachydios will still knock your fucking head off with explosives, with like explosive punches if you're not ready. Doesn't matter if you're rocking super high tier gear. If you're not paying attention, you will get exploded. Or whatever monster. Basil Geese or Basil Goose, however you want to pronounce that thing is still freaking scary as all hell. Not really sure what my point is here. I guess it's just like, make grinding fun if it's going to be a major aspect of your game. That's what I suggest. Grinding shouldn't just be a monotonous thing. It should be relatively interesting. It shouldn't just bore the ever-loving shit out of you. Granted, whenever I grind, I put on a video or I put on some music in the background. I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll be engaged with something else. I'll watch a YouTube video or I'll watch something else while I'm grinding, because I can just kind of do the main process of just like hammer some buttons here and there, unless it's an action RPG, then that's different. Or I can just kind of like turn my brain off and just let it go. It's very relaxing at points, but also there has to be a certain mix of entertaining, relaxing, and, you know, not boring. Make it engaging, slightly, if anything. Not to the point where if you fuck up once, you're instantly dead. Or maybe, you know, have a high risk, high reward, mob. Where, hey, if you're not careful, this enemy will kill you. But if you beat him, hey, you get big EXP. Persona kind of did that, sort of, with the golden hands or the rare shadows. Where if you beat them, you got a ton of XP. But if you weren't fast enough, they'd just run away. And the Reaper in Persona 4, I don't think gave a whole ton of experience. It gave you your ultimate weapons, that's what it did, and a really good item, I'm pretty sure. But as far as, like, grinding, I think that was more reserved for 5, and, you know, fighting the Reaper. That was the main grinding strategy for P5 Vanilla. But in P5R, there's better grinding options, mainly due to Jose, because he gives you bonus EXP, and bonus money, and bonus whatever. Persona 5 is not a difficult game, especially not the way I'm playing it. Even on hard, it's not super difficult, especially if I'm using New Game Plus stuff. But even then, the game gives you so many different options of how to basically break it over your knee, either with improved grinding or better personas or more like gameplay options like the Showtime attacks. You know, a bunch of stuff is just available for you. Like Persona gives you P5R gives you a shit ton of options, not just like outside of the DLC personas and stuff like that. It gives you a ton of options of how to just mow through enemies. Now, granted, it's still an SMT game, so there's still some bullshit that it'll throw at you, like, hey, look out, here comes an enemy with Hama, or an enemy with Mudo, and it just killed your team leader. Fuck you.
Thanks.
If your party leader dies, you're done. Game over. Get fucked. Other SMT games don't do that. Other SMT games will at least give you a chance to, finish the fight and revive your party leader. Persona? No. You lose your team leader, you're done. Get out of my face.
Yes!
Huh. Come on.
Seriously?
No way, man.
Yeah.
By the way, Whoa!
Hey. Yeah.
Is that a knife on the wall? That looks like a knife, right? Am I wrong? Also, we're at rank 8 with On, so that's pretty good, but it also means the next confidant with On will probably be the romantic one, or at least the lead into the romantic one. And then I'll have to make it multiple save files. Or at least just 2 save files, one for the harem route and one for the, strictly platonic route. Oh boy.
Let's get back.
The difference with the vanilla playthrough is I did that way earlier on in the vanilla playthrough, probably because there weren't as many confidants. With P5R, there's 2 whole new confidants that I have to deal with. So it doesn't happen quite so soon. But it will happen. It will happen. And I'll just have to deal with it. You two are the best. You're my friends. Tomodachi. Everybody's got to push each other to be the best person they can be. That's what friendship is all about. You are my Tomodachi. You gotta support Shiho. And I gotta support you so you can support Shiho, while I support you so you can support me. That's what real friends do. I don't blame Shiho for switching schools. I do not blame her even a little bit. I don't blame her because Shujin is a shithole. I will say this until I'm blue in the face until the end of the playthrough.
Ah, you're back.
Hey.
Anyway, that's going to do it for this update. In the next update, more confidants! And maybe more story, who knows. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next update. Until then, see ya.